Firstly, some very good news. As you know, I've had public meetings in Waterford, and I'm now having one in Limerick shortly at the invitation of Senator Murray Burns on the whole plastic difficulties and pollution, especially at sea. We took measures in Parliament to eliminate those abuses and to transition to different products over a period of time. This is good news for the environment and also for consumers. This morning we concluded the shadows meetings, we call them, where I, as the chief rapporteur, invites the other people who are interested from other groups to discuss InvestEU. Last week I held a public seminar in Tralee ITT on that, and it's 650 billion which will be spent in Europe investing in various businesses and projects with particular emphasis on SMEs. My report is now nearly ready and we'll be voting it in Parliament soon, and then it will become a reality in the next framework programme. Also, it was confirmed that I will be representing Parliament again in Katowice in Poland for COP24. I was the only Irish member who was at COP21 in Paris when the Great World Agreement was done, then COP22 in Marrakesh, and now I will be there to ensure that every country, including our own Ireland, will bring forward realistic proposals that will ensure that they live up to their promises back in Paris 3 years ago. Finally, it was with sad news that we heard of the closures in the factories in Kildare and Offaly in relation to turf. But I have some good news for them. In my work here over the last number of years, we have what we call the emissions trading scheme, and we insisted that part of the money going from that would be into a fund called the Just Transition Fund. That fund is now available to the government to give it to the people who are being laid off, unfortunately, for reskilling, upskilling, education, etc. So I am calling on the Irish government to utilise the opportunity we have given them to use that fund for the poor, unfortunate communities who will be affected by the unavoidable changes that Bord na Móna has to bring in. And finally, you will be putting your clocks back this Saturday night. We're hoping that that might be the last time you'll put it back, because I'm the only Irish representative on a work group here in Parliament who have successfully got the Commission to bring forward proposals to end it next year, and definitely, if not next year, the year after, because we now have to get the Member States to come inside. I'm delighted to see Ireland doing so, and I expect the other Member States to do so as soon as possible. So you'll have an extra hour's sleep next Saturday night, Sunday morning, but hopefully that won't happen anymore, because we want to move the clocks forward next spring and never touch them again. Sin a bhfuil, gur maith agaibh.